All right, it looks like we're back. Hello and welcome. Next up today, we're gonna do the Yorkshire Club by Slightly Saucy. Um, since he's in chat, this might be a little more interactive than some of the other playthroughs I've done so far in the series. Is there no chat on screen today? Um, I had to replace my hard drive maybe like several months to a year ago, and therefore reinstall everything. I have never gotten chat to work. Oh, and since I switched to OBS as well from Streamlabs. Or is it the other way around? Yes, I switched to OBS from Streamlabs. Uh, so it's slightly different. I didn't have any of my stuff, and kind of someone is banned from this channel. Interesting. Oh, did I miss some? Did I miss some bots or something? If so, thank you. Oh, trees lurking. Thank you. Much appreciated. I love that. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yorkshire Club. Do we have conditions? We do. Thursday, pin 1, high wind, southwest, and stuff default. Okay. Doesn't say it. Oh, there's only one T. Cool. I'm going to say it doesn't tell me what T to play. Oh, it's obvious because there's only one. It was southwest. Southwest, yep. Wind speed, high, wind direction, southwest. And everything else default. Perfect. All right. You have to run. Thank you for the good stream. Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you like pin 1. On this one? Ah, nice. That's always good to hear. Hey, it's a clock. Ooh, we have wide playing corridors on this one. Interesting. So I'm going to do a little fly around. I always kind of like the concept of, like, stuff where, like, it's basically just, like, everything is mode that isn't trees and greens early and bunkers and stuff. Obviously the greens, now, is an infinitely wide course good for Major? Probably not. Like, it's early to tell, but that's, like a lovely playing idea. Um, this bunker is giant. I don't dislike it. It entirely fits the feel, but it's just like it gets real big. Not maybe inappropriately big, where it's like this scaling is weird, but that's just it's a massive bunker, and I'm just noting that these bunkers are on the large side. I think even the small one is about the size of the green. The big one is definitely bigger than this green. But anyway, sorry, I keep getting distracted. Back to my original point of love the, like, everything is fairway and you just start from random points and play at random points. It's very, like, very Grovey-ish. I love the idea so far. It's just probably not great for Major, because, like, you really, you have to make them almost like stupidly narrow to challenge the world's best players, and you're kind of just conceding all tee shots by making the playing corridors so wide. Now, that being said, you can kind of counterbalance that by, say, having absolutely bonkers pins like this one. But it's an uphill battle, and I feel like you basically just have to put the screws to the player in every single aspect of the game, on every level, to challenge plat players anymore. Ah, yes, like having impossible pins. This is... I'm curious if it's even possible to get close to this one. I don't... At least it's not for me. Skip through? Nope. It gets tighter. Alright. Because I feel like it's one of those where, like, it's really easy to get stuck with the, like, well, my concept requires wide corridors, so the tee shots will be easy. So in order to make it hard, I need to have, like, absolutely ludicrous pins. And I feel like that the two-shot par 3 made you happy. Is this the two-shot par 3, or are we talking something else? Like, is there an even more bonkers one? Okay, yeah, I get you. Because this is kind of the tee shot that would be required. Oof, I don't think I have this shot in the bag. I have to... Which way do I... Which... I shot shape so infrequently that I don't even remember which direction I should be doing it in. I think this is the right way. Yep, that's it. Cool. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's kind of my complaint on that one is it's like, well, you want to make shots hard, but you don't want to make shots impossible, and that one is pretty much impossible. Okay. Well, it's not on the yellow slope, but it's also it's a little close to that tiny ridge, which I feel like is kind of one of my like just a little pet peeve as a designer is when you have like very big obvious places to put pins or I don't know if my mouse shows up on stream or not, but like this front right spot, the front left spot, the back left spot, the back right spot. Like there's four obvious pin locations, and then this one is kind of the well, what if I just put it in the ridge in between two of those little corridors? I think the theme of this course so far is going to be like really cool, interesting golf that isn't quite to major level and made up or like with kind of like trying to get back to that difficulty by just having absolutely insane pins. I still really like the course, but I like it's one where it's like I feel like this concept is really good and I would love to see a more reasonable like kinetic or elite level course built. That was ridiculous. I can't believe I hit it to that spot. That's bonkers. Alright, so obviously this one's gettable. Like, no notes, perfect pin. You just have to die it in the fringe, that's it. Just hit an inch perfect shot. Like, I love the corridors, the bunkering's great. The scale on it, again, a little large, but I think it works. Like, I don't think it's an issue. It's just like right on the. It's about as large as I think you can get away with without it looking weird. But it's still in that range of like it looks really good. I love some of the looks in here. Like this is, it's funny. I feel like my notes on a lot of like really good courses in this contest is like I love this golf and I wish I could play a version of it that wasn't a major. So it's weird in that it's like you almost don't want to make a great like traditionally great golf course because it would be ruined by the fact that you have to make it a major course. Dang, yeah, PS5 props. I mean, kudos to you for making or like having the patience to design on that and make it work. But also a bummer that nobody else can, nobody gets to tinker with the file. And also for Andre, mandatory kudos to Kreggers as well. But I look at this concept and go like, damn, this would make such a fun like CC or kinetic or elite course, and it's just like I'd much rather play that course than I like it feels like the concept's almost wasted on trying to make a major course. Can you ask Panda? Oh, yes, you can do that. I forgot that's an option. Hey, there we go. Because this is very, like, again, it kind of gives me some Grovey vibes, which is high praise. Because I love Grovey stuff. Like, that ridge is fun. Like, again, the places that I love the most are the places that, like, aren't quite at the difficulty level, and like the spots where it misses are the ones where you find like where you have kind of major level pins, which means that they're for this course means that they're impossible. Let's see. But like again, this is almost too good to be a major course, if that makes sense. Like as a concept, it's fun, quirky golf, and like you can't have fun or quirky in a major. Like that's not how that's gonna work. Not for a video game where you actually need to challenge people who are impossibly consistent. I think like there are so many courses in this contest where it feels like there's a lot of just like normal contest golf courses in here with just sillier pins and stands. And this to me feels like one of them, which is kind of both a, like a strike against it and also a compliment of I love this course and it's not appropriate for this or not quite appropriate for this contest. It is closer than, although I say it's closer than Teach's course, but I also shot like 6 over on Teach's course. And this one I'm just, I wouldn't say I'm like tearing it up, but I'm doing quite well on it. Now, I'm also playing significantly better, which helps. Somewhere around there, I think. Again, like this is a kind of fun, wonky shot that I like. Boom, there we go. I'm also just playing lights out, apparently, out of nowhere. Man, this is going to be such a quick review. Because it's really just like, I love the golf course. It's not a major course. That's kind of my only feedback. And like and that's almost like it's not a strike against the course itself, because like it's better for it. Like this tee shot, a little awkward. It's not bad. It's just kind of like it's prescriptive of like, yeah, you really can't hit a shot in that spot, so you just lay up to here and you throw a wedge in it anyways. Like it to me, it doesn't make it harder necessarily. It just means that like you have to hit 3-wood and then you have to hit pitching wedge or whatever your those yardage clubs. Ooh, where did this gameplay come from? You want to see Matt play this week's elite course next? Ooh, what's on elite this week? Oh, there's my first bad putt. That should be a 4. And you win a prize if you're under par. I really want to do that, but I also want to get through. I want to catch up on the playthroughs today. I might try that this evening if you don't mind. Or do I need to play it now while I'm hot? That'll probably wear off by the end of the round anyways. 143. I'm gonna try that. We'll steal off a little. And then I'm gonna hit a shit shot, but it's gonna work out okay. It ends in a few hours. Oh, that's right. It is Saturday. Oh, we putted off that green. Again, this pin might be a little questionable. Like, I don't know how you get anything close to that. I'd be curious, like, is it possible to hold this pin without hitting it to this, like, 4-foot area here? Alright. Okay. So I just suck. I mean, which is an entirely acceptable answer for some of these things. Like that's why I'm pulling in some plat players to do judging and consulting and things, because it's just like I can't answer the question of, is that a doable pin? Like, do I just suck too much to play that pin, or is it legitimately an issue? I can't really tell. Well, whatever magic I had for the first like 12 holes is gone, so we're gonna come back to earth a little bit. Alright, well now this shot's not happening. Not with that wind. So I think we accept that it's a 3-shotter and we just play out here. Or I can say Leroy Jenkins and just smash something out here and hope it works. Anyways. Come on, get down. Hey, that's not bad. Hole 16 should be fun to see. Okay. And maybe that wasn't the best idea. Okay. So I'm going to be real dicey about where I put this chip. Let's lob it up as high as we can and see if we can get it to check. I don't really... And then I flub it, and it's just going to bounce down that hill anyways. So that was a terrible shot, but it's going to work okay. Like a normal person, you make this putt, you take your birdie, you move on. But I suck, so I'm just gonna blow it past and totally misread it. Now, could part of my problem be that I'm playing a major contest course in about 16 and a half minutes so far? Sure, that's probably part of it. Alright, big canted fairway, so you kind of have to play from the left side. And then, ooh, boy, this pin. Oh, it's a par. It's a par 4. Okay. I mean, we were due for something a little silly. I like it. To be fair, this hole is silly, but it's silly in a way that, like, works. Whereas some of the pins are just straight up, or that we've played have been, like, straight up kind of impossible. Whereas at least this is silly in a way that is 100% possible, and I like it. Get it to just kind of die on the ridge, trickle its way down. Do it. Let's go! Come on, baby! Well, that's one way to make a birdie on that hole. Easy game. Of course, it's too easy. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, just for those of you who are not watching this on stream, Saucy is in chat and just replied with, "I hate you," which is an entirely appropriate remark after that. That was filthy. Oh, that was so mean of me. I like this green. That pin is, again, I would love to play this in like a CC version, or that pin is like 130 yards, and I love this hole. It's fun. Like, I feel like this course might have the best bones out of any of the courses in the contest I've played so far. Disliking the video when it goes on YouTube. That's great. All engagement is good engagement. I actually don't know if that's true, but it's fine, because it's not like I'm, monetizing any of my YouTube content anyways. But yeah, I think it's one where, like, the only complaints I have about more silly front pins about this course is just kind of like the stuff that doesn't quite work, or like the pins get silly to make it hard. Oh, that's just a terrible shot, and now I'm completely screwed. But yeah, but like the course itself is amazing. I love the course so far, and I just I think it needs Well, I'll take a bogey. That's not bad. It just kind of it just needs to accept that it's like again, the bones are great, but the bones are not a major course. So like this would be one of the most fun courses in the, well, I think, like that I've played in a while, if the pins were just reasonable, or kind of like where they should be, as opposed to 3 feet off the front edge type stuff. He gave you 1,000 feet of fairway, of course. Oh, 69. Yep, nice. Seems an appropriate number because I had my way with this course, kind of. But yeah, I really love the course. That was a ton of fun, and it might be, again, I think the bones of it might be my favorite in the contest. But it just where it has to compromise in order to try and make it in a major course is sort of just goofy pins that don't quite work for me. Now, again, I might hear back from the Platt folks that say like, nope, these are perfect. These are entirely reasonable. They're the appropriate level of hard. That's entirely possible, and that could be the case. But my gut instinct, as a shitty player, admittedly, is that yeah, those are just maybe a little on the gimmicky side. Maybe pin 1 was the easiest. Oh god, if that's the easy pin, I don't want to imagine what the really unfair pins look like on that course. But yeah, the greens were fun, the corridors were fun. That was just a great golf course, and it would make the I'm gonna have to go back and play pin 4 sometime. Maybe we'll do that on stream, just later when I finish more of the playthroughs. But yeah, this would make the best. Honestly, you could make a great CC course here with a little bit of touch ups, and this would make the best. Again, with just reasonable pins, this would make the best kinetic course on the schedule for the year. Basically, I'm just scream at Mammoth, put this on tour. It's better than everything else you're putting on tour. Put this one on tour. But yeah, I love the course. Now, to be fair, I almost don't want to say that you missed the mark in terms of difficulty, because you're a lot closer than most of the courses in this contest. A lot of the courses in this contest just straight up aren't hard enough. For me, this one it's closer to being hard enough, but purely just because of the bonkers pins. The course itself is not hard enough, but the pins get it there. Just, not in a positive way for me. But again, it's overall love it, and just I would love to see that one kind of in a environment that is more natural for it versus it kind of being forced into that or pigeonholed into that that Platt thing. But yeah, that's all my thoughts on that one. That was that was a fun one. So I think do I want to get one more in? I think we'll do one more. I think I'll have to do no goals at some point. I don't think I've done that one, and I need to do TJ's. Oh, and Dan. I think those are the only 3 that I haven't done yet. Anyway, sorry. I will cut this video in here. We'll be right back for those in chat, and for everyone else, we'll catch you next time. Until then, have a good one.